Many believe he is the future of the sport.
Matt Stonie might not be a household name, but in the world of competitive eating, he is a pretty big deal. The diminutive young man might not look the part, but he has conquered monster meals to become a champion. So here are the top 10 untold truths of Matt Stonie.
Well, Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple.
Eating as a career choice.
Oh, it's the cushiest job in the world. You sit in a fancy chair and eat pastries all day.
Matt Stonie was a normal student at Mission College in Santa Clara, California, when he first got a taste of the high-stakes world of competitive eating and eating challenges. He hadn't intended to embark on a professional eating career. He only started doing this to get some free food. Then in 2010, when he was living in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire, Stonie entered a lobster roll eating contest. He defeated the local favorite by only half of a lobster roll, but it marked the beginning of a new path for the young man.
We just witnessed the birth of a genuine rock star!
He collected the winning $1,000 prize and started to believe he had hit upon something he could be good at. This unexpected win stimulated his competitive juices to start flowing, and he developed a plan to make himself into a competitive eater. The following year, he entered the Stockton Deep Fried Asparagus Eating Championship. At the time Matt entered this contest, he was the youngest member of the competitive eating organization called Major League Eating. This was the event that set him on a trajectory to eventually make a name for himself, with feats such as eating 203 cookies in 27 minutes and 113 pancakes in 8 minutes.
Wow. That is insane! That is insane.
A moment on the lips.
A moment on the lips, forever on the hips.
I don't need that kind of talk in my house.
You might have wondered how some of these competitive eaters who consume huge amounts of food during speed eating contests maintain a normal weight.
That seems almost impossible.
Almost being the key word.
Matt Stonie is a small-boned guy and weighs in only at around a modest 120 to 130 pounds. He is quick to admit that he doesn't have an especially fast metabolism that would make it easier for him to routinely consume thousands of extra calories with fewer consequences. Matt is pretty disciplined about a workout routine that includes up to 5 workouts a week, consisting of either some kind of cardio routine or weight training. He has pointed out that, "I've made this my full-time job, and I spend a lot of time taking care of myself. It's hard. It's not like we have superhuman metabolisms." Although it may seem strange for a person who regularly gorges himself, Stonie insists he works hard to maintain a healthy lifestyle that includes a strict diet when he's not getting ready for a competition.
I admire your stamina.
And I admire yours.
He studied nutrition at Mission College, so he has an array of knowledge when it comes to how to keep oneself healthy, even as he subjects his body to the rigors of competitive eating. Pretty impressive. MattStonie.com. Matt Stonie has made a name for himself as a champion competitive eater, but he has also had a considerable presence on the internet with his website, MattStonie.com. This site is a good bit of self-promotion for the young competitor, as it allows him to highlight his past accomplishments and to invite fans to challenge him to new eating adventures.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, dum-dum! Come at me!
If Stonie accepts an eating challenge suggested by a fan, he will film it and post it on YouTube. These challenges have created a library of videos people can watch and perhaps be inspired by to take on their own eating challenge. He has become something of a big deal on YouTube, with his channel drawing in almost 11 million subscribers.
I'm kind of a big deal.
One of the more popular videos on his channel was inspired by a video game character called Big Smoke from the game Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, who places a huge order at a drive-thru. Stonie recreates the order the best he can and explains that the food totals more than 9,000 calories. He completed the challenge in just under 35 minutes. Because of his online presence, he is able to connect with fans who offer suggestions for eating challenges they would like to see him perform live. This seems like a pretty cool job to have, if you can stomach it.
All right, challenge accepted.
Training to eat. Matt Stonie, like other competitive eaters, must prepare his body to cope with the rigors of an eating contest. If you try to compete without getting in shape, you likely won't perform well, and your body will let you know you weren't prepared, with bouts of nausea, cramps, and vomiting.
I don't feel so good.
What techniques and training do you need to master in order to become a world-class gurgitator? The most basic adjustment that has to be made is to lessen the satiety reflex. This is a warning sign triggered by the brain when it senses the stomach has been filled with about a liter of food. If any more food is added, vomiting is likely to happen.
Don't throw up.
I might throw up.
You can't throw up.
I'll probably throw up.
Competitive eaters expand their stomachs by drinking large amounts of water in a shorter amount of time. They need to get a lot in their stomachs, but they also need to keep it down. They will practice suppressing their gag reflex by sticking their finger down their throats.
You've got some courage. Makes me wonder what I'm missing.
Jaw strength is another factor these athletes work on. Competitive eaters will chew as many as 20 pieces of gum at once to exercise the muscles of the jaw and mouth. Hot weather tends to suppress your appetite, but competitive eaters must overcome this. It is common to see them dousing themselves with ice water to keep cool and keep their appetite strong as a competition progresses. Welcome to the big leagues.
Powerful you have become, Dooku. The dark side I sense in you.
Major League Eating is the organization that oversees professional eating contests. The MLE sanctions about 70 competitive eating events every year. Of course, the MLE also has a hand in famous events like Nathan's famous July 4th hot dog eating contest that takes place at Coney Island, New York. The MLE bills itself as the go-to organization when it comes to legitimacy in eating challenges. It exists so that there is some consistency and integrity in the process of these competitions. It also has a hand in promoting many of the contests and providing the competitive eaters with a platform from which they can get maximum exposure.
Here is on social. Oh, see, now you can follow me.
Matt Stonie doesn't seem to have any trouble in this department since he has a website and a popular YouTube channel. There is no doubt that the proliferation of social media platforms like Instagram and YouTube have been a boon for the MLE and its members. Hundreds of videos showing off the exploits of competitive eaters are at everyone's fingertips, so competitors like Stonie have been able to turn them into income.
You want to know how we make money?
Do you want to know how we make money?
By literally printing our own money.
Calorie Counts.
You're not fat.
Well, that's because my clothes hide it, but I'm getting really gooey right here.
The recommended daily caloric intake for the average adult male is 2,000 to 3,000 a day. It's typically a little less for women. These are the numbers Matt Stonie sticks to when he isn't training for a competition. His normal diet includes a lot of protein shakes, fruits, vegetables, and nuts. But when he is in training, hold on to your fork because the calorie counts can get a little out of hand.
Everyone, if I may direct your attention to the television, you are about to see something amazing.
It is not unusual for Stonie to eat 10,000 or even 20,000 calories in a day to get ready for a specific challenge. If you love Ben & Jerry's ice cream, you'll love this challenge.
Ice cream, yes, tons of ice cream.
Stonie decided he was going to eat 12 pints of ice cream, or 13,400 calories. This amount of ice cream amounted to about 1/10 of Stonie's body weight. He completed this challenge in 36 minutes. Believe it or not, the ice cream challenge totaled about 1,000 calories more than the calories he had to eat for his championship win at the 2015 Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Nathan's Big Boy. Joey Jaws Chestnut had won Nathan's hot dog eating contest 8 times, and many people assumed he would win it a 9th time. But on July 4th, 2015, Matt Megatoad Stonie pulled off one of the more unlikely victories in the annals of competitive eating.
I'm done being an underdog. Underdogs suck.
Matt Stonie consumed a stomach-churning 62 hot dogs in 10 minutes, to Joey's also impressive 60 hot dogs. The Coney Island, New York event was televised live on ESPN, so the curious can relive the event for themselves. Stonie was 23 at the time of his victory. He had placed second the year before, so he knew exactly what he was getting into when he took on Chestnut for another shot at the title.
I'll say it to your face. I'm coming for you.
As many as 35,000 people were present at Coney Island to witness this epic gastric event, and they were not disappointed. Joey and Matt battled neck and neck to the very end, leaving all other competitors in their rearview mirrors. And this time, Stonie was the victor. For his efforts, Stonie was awarded the $10,000 prize and, perhaps more importantly, the Mustard Yellow Winners' Championship belt. The Science of Gorging.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science!
Like contestants in other competitive endeavors, professional eaters leave little to chance. They want every advantage they can get, and many of them have realized that the more they know about how the body works, specifically how the body deals with excessive amounts of food, the better their chances of winning. One fact they have learned is that the body, at a certain point, will just give up trying to digest and assimilate huge amounts of food. So even though you've scarfed down 24 donuts and several thousand calories, your body will eliminate a good percentage of the food as waste without absorbing all the calories.
Is it possible to learn this power?
There's a lot that goes into achieving this, and like we mentioned earlier, training is a must to be able to compete at the highest levels. At the top levels of competitive eating, everyone is skilled and training hard, so you need more than just that to come out victorious as many times as he has. Matt Stonie has experienced both the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat, and watching him go on this ride is awesome. He's a true competitor and one of the most entertaining people to follow. Long live Matt Stonie.
Hail to the king, baby.
Big Mac attack.
They wanted to devour me. All of me.
2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. The Big Mac sandwich features a combination of flavors that is hard to beat in the world of fast food burgers.
You're right. I could never be as good as you.
This is why it has been a favorite with McDonald's customers since its national debut in 1968. How much does Matt Stonie love Big Macs? He likes them enough that he was able to swallow 25 of the famous double-decker burgers in an astonishing 22 minutes. In case you're wondering what kind of calorie count you'd be looking at if you decided to try this at home, the tally is a whopping 13,250.
How is he still alive? How are you still alive?
This is more than 5 times your normal caloric intake. He also has the record for swallowing 5 Big Macs in just 60 seconds, which might be an even more impressive feat. Some people prefer flame-broiled Whoppers from Burger King, but no word yet on Matt accepting a 25 Whopper challenge. The world record is not enough. Like most competitive endeavors, the world of professional eating judges and ranks its members by who holds what records. Matt Stonie has been a professional competitive eater since 2011. During his run, he has racked up an impressive list of records. He will likely always be most known for the impressive victory at the 2015 Nathan's Famous July 4th hot dog eating contest. At this renowned event, he ate 62 of the grilled sausages to defeat the favorite and reigning champion, Joey Chestnut.
The hot dogs, there's some really cool leathery ones.
The following is just a partial list of the competitive eating records Stonie holds. 1 McDonald's Happy Meal in 15 seconds, 120 Twinkies in 6 minutes, 71 pork ribs in 5 minutes, 41 cheeseburgers in 8 minutes, 85 moon pies in 8 minutes, 113 pancakes in 8 minutes, and 87 Ebelskivers in 8 minutes.
Are you people even human?
All of these records are impressive, but some more than others. Even though a McDonald's Happy Meal is not a lot of food, it's still quite an accomplishment to consume a small drink, hamburger, and fries in such a short amount of time. No, he doesn't have to eat the toy.
Seems like kind of an opportunity missed. Would have been funny.
He is still active, and his popularity is at an all-time high, so fans can expect him to post some new records before too long. Until then, stay hungry, my friends. And stay right here for more great videos. Just tap that screen. First time here? Then hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell.